Hi, I'm your techie friend Sunit and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. Today we will talk about Hey Email and Apple controversy. So without a wait, let's get started. There is no denying that people prefer mobile apps over its web counterparts because using an app in mobile is very convenient compared to opening the browser, entering the username and then see the website. Of course, you have option to bookmark the website so that you can quickly open the website next time, but it is not as convenient as an app can be. But you won't believe it is a kind of battle between developers and app stores to make your favorite application available in the app store, because as a developer it becomes very risky if you plan for the app and make a huge investment in app development, but at the end when you submit the app to the app stores you face a big slab of rejections, and it is even painful when the reason is very lame. It can be a death sentence for some small developer or small company if the app got rejected, because this was the only idea they had at that time and all the investment efforts went into the trash. Hey Email is an email service from Basecamp which was first approved by Apple, but later they rejected the update. And if you don't know the reason, then you will be shocked to know that Hey Email is a premium service which costs $99 per year, but it does not have any option within the app to purchase the subscription. User has to go on the website to purchase the subscription if they want to use the app. So Apple rejected the app because according to Apple policy it is must to use in-app services if any part of the app is paid. Of course, apart from in-app purchase option, you can have outside payment option as well, but it cannot be otherwise. So it seems Apple is right because it is against their policy. And the question is asked to Basecamp why they did not integrate it in-app purchasing in the first place. But no, the matter is not that simple. So let me unfold the pages one by one. Deciding the price of the service is a very important decision for any business, and it takes a lot of discussions, lot of decisions, research to decide the price for the service. And Hey Email came up with the number $99 per year. So they wanted to offer their service at the rate of $99 per year. So if Hey Email decide to put in-app purchase option within the app, then 30% of that amount will go to Apple. So they will end up getting only $70. So which is a kind of loss for Basecamp. The other option could be implement the in-app purchases but offer the higher price in that option. So the higher price would be $99 plus 30% extra. So they decided to drop the idea on the first place. So let's talk from Apple's point of view. Will it affect iPhone sales in the future if Hey Email is in the App Store but it does not have in-app purchase options? Probably not. In my opinion, Apple is trying to clamping down the freedom of its developers. I also have the same experience in my recent app where they rejected and asked the very weird questions, and the question was why we need email address on the registration form. You can imagine how far Apple is going. In Hey Email case, someone can argue like Basecamp, Apple also have right to price their service according to their understanding or according to their business model. But the matter is not that simple. So let me explain. Hey Email service is not forcing user to pay for the service. Rather, it is a kind of choice. If any user want to use their service, then that user will install the Hey Email app and then he will use the service. So it is choice for the user and not compulsion. Also, Hey Email app is not using Apple Store free of cost. They are already paying developer membership fee. And both app stores, Google Play Store and Apple App Store, rules the market. So for any business, there is no option but to publish their app on these two platforms. Otherwise, they are losing the business edge. Here, Apple is trying to charge extra 30% Apple tax on top of membership fee because the developers don't have any other option. And if you don't think it is wrong, then let me give you two examples. Suppose you have an e-commerce website and you host it on some hosting server, and the hosting server want you to pay hosting fee plus 30% of your overall sales. I can give you the second example. Suppose you are a taxi driver and you rented a parking place, but the owner of parking lot want you to pay parking fee plus 30% of your all rides. I don't think it is fair. In my opinion, it is not fair at all. Not only to its developer, Apple is also forcing its customer to only use Apple Pay in the app to purchase any subscription because they think it is the safest mode of payment than any other payment outside the app, which is not right. By this policy, Apple is also forcing its customer to pay higher price than the original price if developer want to charge the customer the original price plus 30% extra. Even if we agree with Apple and say policy is a policy, so you should follow it. But the problem is why Apple is discriminating. Why Apple has kept big giants like Netflix and other streaming services out of this policy. This seems to me like a policy of convenience. This raises a question: why Apple is not giving equal treatment to all its developers? I think Apple is behaving like a big boss of a gang who thinks either pay fat tax or shut down your business. App Store exists because of big number of developers and the user who uses those apps. So app developers should have some freedom to choose how they want to accept the payment, and it should not be forced. App developers should be able to decide whether they want to pay 30% to Apple and provide in-app purchases for the convenience of the user, or they want to save that 30% and receive the payment outside the App Store. Maybe big companies can survive with that pricing model, but small developers, small companies cannot survive with that model, and it can be a death sentence for their business. It is a roadblocker for innovation as well, because maybe some app developer has a very great idea, but he cannot submit his app because he is not comfortable with that 30% tax. Apple should respect its developers' freedom of choice, and they should also not force its users to pay higher price for the same service which is available for less price on other platforms because they own a very magical Apple device. This is not an excuse, and I don't think this is right. That's all in this video. Let me know your opinion in the comment box below, and thank you for watching. See you in the next video.